In this video, we're going to take a look at Moodle, Links, and Windows. So I'm in Moodle now, logged in as a pretend user, Joe user. And if I move my mouse over the words Introduction to Northern Government, the text turns red and I get a little hand, and that tells me that this is a hyperlink. So when I click on the hyperlink, I go into the course. Now in the beginning of the course, quite often we hide the content further down just so you see only what's at the top. And as the week progresses, your e-teacher will open up the next sections. There are some links here that I want you to be aware of. The first one here, start right here, objectives, is a pop-up link. And if your web browser is set up to allow pop-ups, it will come up as a pop-up. Otherwise, it may open as a separate window. You can resize a pop-up by clicking on the bottom right corner and changing the size. Now, sometimes what happens is that you go to, you're moving around and you click on the screen next to the pop-up and the pop-up disappears. There are two ways to get it back. One is to click on the reduce button, whether you're on a Mac or Windows. The other way is to simply move the screen to the side. And here's your pop-up window hiding in behind. So I'll move that back to the front. And when you're finished reading the content of your pop-up window, whether you're on a Mac or again Windows, just click on the X and it disappears. Another type of window that we use is what's called an open window, which means it simply opens up in the same window. And to navigate back, you can click on the back button, just as you normally would when you're browsing the internet, or preferably you can look at the cookie crumbs. Now in the cookie crumbs, right now we are on a topic called What is Government? In Introduction to Northern Government, which is under My Courses. So we can go all the way back to the home page, or we can go back to the next level, which is Introduction to Northern Government, our course. And we see further content. Now sometimes you have content that opens up in another way as well. Let's take a look at resources and further reading. Quite often here we provide links to other websites. For example, this one here, Nunavut Legislative Assembly. Now most of the time on a browser, this will open up as a separate window or a separate tab. It might open up as a completely separate window to the one you have, or it will be a tab right in the same web browser. And this again all depends on how you have set up web browser. Even though we have set things a certain way in Moodle, sometimes the settings on your web browser override those. To go back to your course, click on the tab, and there you are, back in the course. And so those are the main things you need to know about navigating in Moodle. I'm going to go back to home, and you can see that off to the side there's a calendar, and there are other things like YouTube that you can go and visit. That's it for now.